It's Wednesday, March 29th. This is a pre-opening SPY report, and after yesterday's hammer bar here where we went two down but didn't really follow through, we are gapping up this morning. You can see here on the 1 minute chart, after kind of grinding a little higher after hours, we gapped up pretty big. We're at a key level right here where it paused. You can see that that the pre-market high is right to where the magnitude of this two up bar should go. Should we get above there, then you can see we start targeting the high of last week. So we're going to kind of open up near here, and then we see if we can get to that and kind of get a two up continuation. These gap ups are always tricky because you could either get momentum out of the gates and head higher and then have a big gap to eventually fill, or you could pull back first. I guess the way to view this is the two key levels I'm going to monitor. This is yellow line is the open of the week. So as long as we stay above there, we're green on the week. We're back to green on the week, and we'll look for some kind of either a green move right out of the gates from there to these highs, or kind of maybe a red to green move that starts to attack these highs. And again, if you look at the chart without this pre-market range, should we open a little lower, you can see here there are highs to attack from prior days up in here, and then you have the pre-market high. So I would think the market, even if it goes down, is going to start attacking those highs. The question is, are you going to get the follow through there? And I'm kind of expecting it, given we've discussed yesterday how we're kind of converging here. So we got to play the breakout aggressively and assume that we're going to really now take up to that upside. The only way you get a failure is if you start down here below this yellow line. At that point, you're kind of filling in this gap, and you want to see if you kind of hold there for a while and then start lower. And then at that point, once you kind of target maybe yesterday's this close line, which is kind of the that's the yesterday's close plus the aftermarket hours, will kind of come down there. Again, this is all should we end up starting lower for some reason. Then we see if we can get below the pre-market lows, which is actually the midpoint of yesterday. That's the true failure, where you come up here, you gap up, you immediately start lower, and you take out the midpoint of the prior day. So what's tricky about this is that those kind of failures typically happen early, where you get the highs taken out right away and you go immediately down to the midpoint early in the session, and then you're getting an outside day to the downside. Here it would have to come way down. It would just be taking out pre-market lows, and you don't know for sure by the time it got there, how much more follow through you're going to get the outside day. So you're certainly biased to the upside is my point. There could be signs of failure, but I would look to either play the green aggressively to take out those stops, then see if you pause or follow through aggressively or pause there, and maybe start to fail. I'd also play any kind of a red to green move back to the upside to take out those areas. That would be ideal, given that you have some, you'd give yourself some space to at least take out that area and then kind of set up a no-risk trade. So we're looking to go higher. We're going to take out that first target. So once you take that out, that's all these double tops here. You can see this bar and this bar. That's all this market really has to do, and then it could reverse lower. But given this tightening triangle, I'm kind of expecting it to hold somewhere in here. Even though it might pause here at the pre-market highs, I'm expecting kind of a pause. And then if you see it come up here and then pause and not really collapse, then you could really get excited about a secondary trade to then get a lot of follow through towards the weekly highs. The monthly chart's turning green again. We're coming towards the end of the month, so if that's going to close with a hammer looking bar, that's going to project higher into April. So you got to play that breakout aggressively to the upside, and then we'll see if it follows through. Maybe like tomorrow it won't, and then we'll have another the fourth choppy day in a row. But let's go with the upside today and see how it develops.